Welcome to this wonderfully happy occasion. I formally declare this congregation of the University of Portsmouth open. Please be seated.
Chancellor. My name is Paul Hayes and I'm a Pro Vice Chancellor at the University. It is my great privilege to be sharing this precious moment with you, our graduands, and with your parents, your partners, family and friends. I'm delighted that so many of you have joined us today, and it's a great honour to welcome such a diverse community, including some who have travelled from the far corners of the world. We are now all united in our connection to Portsmouth. On behalf of all the staff at the university and our visitors here today, I would like to congratulate you on your well-earned achievement. You have demonstrated your capacity for learning, for growing, for giving, for learning beyond the boundaries of your chosen studies, for growing into outstanding professionals with knowledge and integrity, and for giving your time in making a difference to those around you. We are immensely proud of you and all that you've achieved, and you should be justifiably proud of yourselves. As a busy international port, many journeys start and end in Portsmouth, and I hope you can take a moment today to pause and reflect on your own journey with us, to think of where you have come from, what you've become, and where you are heading. Too often, when we turn on the radio or open a paper, we are faced with a barrage of bad or simply incomprehensible news. It would be so easy to be pessimistic, and then a day like today comes along, and I look out at your faces, and I'm filled with a sense of optimism. I see passionate, highly skilled people ready to reshape our world. It's a tremendous feeling and a welcome reminder that our future is in good hands. Of course, it does not mean that your future journeys are going to be easy, especially now when the future of our country and its relationship with our neighbours is in a state of flux. What is clear, however, is that the demand for the kind of graduate skills that you have developed continues to grow. Your University of Portsmouth qualification has real value in the UK and on a global stage, as it provides the edge that will be vital to help you tackle the challenges that the world faces. You are graduating from a university in the top 2% of universities worldwide. We are committed to providing the very best education and an experience that enables our graduates to make a real contribution to society. More than 92% of our graduates from last year were in work or further study within 6 months of graduation, which is a real achievement in the current economic climate. Not only are our graduates more employable and more active in society, they are also, you should be pleased to hear, far less likely to end up in prison. So please do take some comfort from that observation. Whilst the vast bulk of the credit for your achievement in graduating today is clearly yours, I'm sure that you'd agree that there are others who have played a crucial role. You owe much to your parents, your partners, children and friends, who have all helped by providing encouragement, a shoulder to cry on, a listening ear, and just occasionally, if my own children were anything to go by, some cash. And then there are the staff who have inspired you in your learning and have gone the extra mile to help with a problem. All these people have kept faith in you and willed you to succeed. And very soon they'll get the pleasure of seeing you take the long walk across this stage to graduate. I think that it's appropriate now that you, our graduates, should say thank you to everyone who has supported and helped you along your journey. So on the count of 3, I want you to give them a rousing cheer and a thunderous round of applause. And remember, this ceremony is being broadcast on the big screen outside, so let's make this good and loud and try to startle a few passers-by. So ready? 1, 2, 3. Well, until we had that little reprieve with a few screams there, I was going to say that was pretty pathetic, but actually, well done. Right, now there's no doubt that your degree is valuable, but of course, it's your personal enthusiasm and creativity that will now propel you forward. And we want to continue to be part of your future aspirations. In many ways, you never really leave us, because today is just the beginning of the next step in a lifelong relationship with your university as members of the international community of Portsmouth graduates. Make use of our excellent Alumni Association and keep in touch as you set out on your future journeys. We want to know where you go next, as you will be the future leaders, thinkers, creators, and innovators. Come back now and again and share your experiences with us and help us to inspire our future students. Remember that in graduating today, you are part of a privileged minority that has had the advantages of a university education. With that privilege comes responsibility. Reflect upon your obligation as graduates. You are trustees of the skills and abilities that you've developed. Use your talents to help enrich society and make a difference for the benefit of others. Raise aspirations among all those you encounter and set an example in behaviour and achievement that others will seek to emulate. You have lived in a diverse environment for the past few years. Take that appreciation of difference and that culture and friendship with you in all that you do. As a Portsmouth graduate, we want you to be successful because your successes and achievements will reflect well upon your university. You are the future, and I would encourage each one of you to grasp the opportunities that present themselves. Be bold, be ambitious, and never settle for second best. I congratulate you on your awards and wish you every success for the future. Thank you. Okay, just to explain what happens next. So the first of the graduands are being led to the side of the stage now, and they will process across the stage. Each of their names will be read out, and as their names are read out and they walk across the stage, there's this magical transition from being a graduand to a graduate. You can tell it's magical because the Chancellor and I are dressed up as wizards. Chancellor, I certify that all those presented at this ceremony have successfully completed their studies and have satisfied all of the conditions and requirements of the university.
By the authority of the university, I confirm that all those who are duly qualified are hereby admitted to the awards for which they are presented.
Chancellor, I present to you the following successful candidates from the School of Education and Continuing Studies. For the award of Certificate in Education in Post-Compulsory Education, Daniela Blajan. Mark Bowden. Amy Burton. Sarah Cretch. Christopher Dorney. Steve Gale. Sally Ann Garner-Gibbons. Susan Hadley. George Hibell. Caroline McBride. Alan Moth. Tracy Neville. Sean Patterson. Matthew Sarson. Stephen Saunders. Christopher Waller. David Welsh. Katie Whitelock. And Emma Williams. For the award of Foundation Degree of Arts in Early Years Care and Education, Becky Allen. Amy Bentley. Gemma Bijak. Samantha Bumford. Tracy Casey. Donna Dawson. Coral English. Sue Fry. Sheila Gardner. Deborah Goff. Charlotte Gould. Marie Graffam. Jennifer Green. And the winner of the Warmington Memorial Prize, Carly Hartup. Anna Herakova. Emily High. Hannah Kemp. Samantha Laxton. Bethany Lever. Emma Maltby. Jade McCarthy. Joanna Millard. Kaylee Morell. Syra Rashid. Suzanne Rashley. Abby Rosen. Katerina Spiratuku. Katie Stevenson. Rachel Stevenson. Rebecca Walters. Caroline Welsh. Alison Wise. And Kelly Worthington Mahmood. For the award of Foundation Degree of Arts in Learning Support, Rachel Ball. Leslie Blanchflower. Victoria Cashmore. And the winner of the Support for Learning Prize, Tracy Karubi. Stephanie Smith. Joel Spencer. Kelly Swain. And Jay Taylor. For the award of Bachelor of Arts in Childhood and Youth Studies, Dora Annan Jackson. Shamima Begum. Carmen Bishop. And with first class honours, Claire Blackburn. Shannon Carter. Charlotte Caruana. Jessica Collett. Joanna Calder. Rebecca Day. Joni May DeCoca. Emmeline De Silva. Jemai Dixon. Joanna Donaghy. Isabel Elmer. Holly Evans. Abby Fitzgerald. Emily Fry-Sheehan. Chloe Gilroy. Hannah Hamilton Bland. Sydney Hardcastle. And I just want to make a correction so our parents can hear it. Joanna Donaghy was with first class honours. And also with first class honours, Tolo Ejiti. Fatu Jallo. Shannon Jones. Alicia Kemp. Jessica Mills. Lauren Page. Shanice Parchment. Jade Parker. Melissa Resvick. Annabelle Roberts. And with first class honours, Claudia Rosier. Emma Smith. Rachel Stone. Tamara Tame. Eleanor Walters. Imogen Williams. And Melissa Yeboah. For the award of Bachelor of Arts in Childhood and Youth Studies with Psychology, Andrew Bowie. Kirsty Brackley. Mercy Chisanga. Katie Crowhurst. Katie Ellis. Kimberly Goodall. Joseph Long. Sarah Maguire. Emily Montague. Nicola Merkin. Leah O'Brien. Mary Amoli. Robin Louise Palmer. Hannah Piteridis. Holly Stokes. Carrie Taylor. Martina Villankulu-Leiter. And with first class honours and the winner of the Childhood and Youth Prize, Samantha Whitehead. And for the award of Bachelor of Arts in Early Childhood Studies, Ella Rose Adams. Isabel Allen. And the winner of the Early Childhood Prize, Jessica Allmark. And with first class honours, Nicholas Barnard. Tilly Bendel. Shelby Bryce. Sophie Brownlee. Lauren Bryant. Dario Conessa Lerma. Pippa Cooper. Laura Crawford. Samantha Dew. Emily Edwards. Abigail Evans. Josephine Fennell. Joan Furness. Christina Gattis. Radhika Gidwani. Georgia Graham. Amy Grant. Melissa Greatbatch. Jolie Hanlon. Amelia Hurley. Chloe Laws. Anastasia LeBorn. Kimberly Lima. Linda Lobb. And with first class honours, Kelly McGowan. Nikki Morey. Bethany Nichols. Coral Offen. Petra Poole. Vivian Paulsford. Leah Randall. Hannah Rayson. Emma Reed. Joanna Richards. Phoebe Roast. Megan Roberts. Abigail Sharp. Hannah Sheehan. Claire Simmons. Odine Smythe. Gemma Spain. Tarja Taylor. Claire Warrington. And Emily Wilding. and Erica Doncourt Arthur. And for the award of Bachelor of Arts in Early Childhood Studies with Psychology, Alice Aldridge. Victoria Bailey. Kerry Beckwith. Amy Dunning. Rebecca Lewis. And Chloe Mack. And Aisha Essina. And Gloria Aponsa. For the award of Bachelor of Arts in Education and Training Studies, Gemma Blanchard. Sarah Crockett. And with first class honours and the winner of the Education and Training Studies Prize, Mary Daisy. Fazal Abbas Datu. Sandra Dawson. Jan Driver. Juliet Halliday. Trudy Harrison. Gillian Jones. Lisa Kemp. Laura Leahy. Barry Lloyd. Jessica McMaster. Deborah Newman. And with first class honours and your student speaker for later, Ian Stapleford. Crystal White. And Deborah Woodman. For the award of Graduate Certificate in Early Years Initial Teacher Training, Victoria Chevis. Charlotte Harrison. Ivona Klonowska. Louise Phipp. And Sharon Williams. For the award of Professional Graduate Certificate in Education in Computer Science, Mark Aylward. And Benjamin Hayes. For the award of Professional Graduate Certificate in Education in Early Years, Samantha Harvey. For the award of Professional Graduate Certificate in Education in English, Sharon Barrett. Nyla Chowdhury. Pamela Gamble. Alice Hounslow. Eloise Levy. Jovana Radosavljevic. Georgina Rolls. Sarah Strachan. Nathan Stewart. And Jenny Thornhill. For the award of Professional Graduate Certificate in Education in Geography, Tom Barrett. Jake Kernow. Peter Maloney. Eloise Marner. And for the award of Professional Graduate Certificate in Education in Mathematics, Faisal Abdirahman. And Anne-Marie Wood. For the award of Professional Graduate Certificate in Education in Modern Foreign Languages, Connor Diffley. And Marina Persay. For the award of Professional Graduate Certificate in Education in Post-Compulsory Education, Lucy Abraham. John Armstrong. Kendall Cook. Sue Fox. Stephanie Hallier. Louise Hart. Chloe Hemming. Lila Henry Thorne. Nargis Malik. Tracy Ralphie. Tanya Marie Richardson. Carla Salt. Gemma Louise Smith. Susan Tailby. Hannah Todd. And Julie Rose Woodman. For the award of Professional Graduate Certificate in Education in Primary, Aaron Barry. Elizabeth Cornforth. Daisy Honeywell. Teresa Johnson. Coco Johnson-Larder. Tanya Joyce. Samantha McCracken. And Kirsty Welsh. For the award of Professional Graduate Certificate in Education in Science, Lucy Finch. Loris Kefala. Sophie Niblock. Oliver Williams. And for the Postgraduate Certificate in Education in Business Studies, Anna Barrett. Ori Dempsey. Abigail Muchira. And William Sparrow. For the Postgraduate Certificate in Education in Computer Science, Bruce Collier. And for the Postgraduate Certificate in Education in Early Years, Emily Muharrem. And Chloe Parker. For the Postgraduate Certificate in Education in English, Aisha Al-Hafid. Belinda Guy. Risa Hill. Hayley Johnson. Heidi Makin. Stephanie Smith. And Jordan West. For the Postgraduate Certificate in Education in Geography, Rhiannon Slade. For the Postgraduate Certificate in Education in Mathematics, Leah Dunn. Emily Galloway. Natasha Hammond. Adam Lee. Alexandria Newnham. And Thomas Vetcher. For the postgraduate certificate in education in modern foreign languages, Guan Clarkson. Alvaro Cortez Rodriguez. Gian Maria Gian Bartolome. Ella Goldstein. Simona Polito. Elaine Ribel. Leslie Salton. Johanna Schwartz. Fanny Souchon. Claudia Talamonte. Imanol Urita Vizcaya Velaz. And for the award of postgraduate certificate in education in post-compulsory education, Regine Baker. Stuart Cuthbert. Adele Louise Gallagher. Shelley Green. Ryan Greenhall. Zach Haynes. And the winner of the Reverend Canon Charles Foster Prize, Amy Hanshaw. Christine McPherson. Kusiswi Makanza. Jack Medhurst. Marion Moffat. Natalie Newell. Simon Riley. Emily Stretfield. Chi Hua Tang. Lisa Toft. Mandy Tong. Hannah Wright. And Mandy Zola. For the postgraduate certificate in education in primary, Caitlin Cady. Lucy Dearling. Kelsey Diggins. Catherine Gardenier. Caroline Gray. Charlotte Saunders. Sophie Sweatman. And for the postgraduate certificate in education in science, Joseph Doney. And the winner of the John Edwards Memorial Prize, Joanna Harris. Karen Hable. Simon Landrum. Andre Stanescu. Mark Taylor. And Jasmine Trudgeon. For the postgraduate certificate in education in secondary education, Claire Kennard. Alice Sheen. And Matthew Snelling. For the award of Master of Arts in Learning and Teaching, Paul Barnes. Liz Holford. Helen Omagi Oyewole. Helena Perry. And for the award of Master of Science in Educational Leadership and Management, Fatim Sisi. Helen Mason. Zoe O'Carroll. Azizat Olatunjoyi. Heidi Pod. And Nidhi Upadhyaya. This concludes the presentation of students from the School of Education and Continuing Studies and this part of today's ceremony.
Chancellor, I present to you Ian Stapleford to respond to the University on behalf of the graduates.
Chancellor, honoured guests, family and friends, fellow graduates, I'm delighted and honoured to represent the graduates of the School of Education and Continuing Studies in 2016. We would especially like to thank our family and friends for being here with us on this special day, but also not forgetting those who can't be here with us. You have supported us in the good times and the more challenging times of our university life. You have made sacrifices for us, but most importantly, you've always been there for us. Without you, we wouldn't be here today. I would also like to take a moment to thank all the staff of the University of Portsmouth who have contributed to our incredible journey that has brought us together here today to celebrate our success. Firstly, to all the administration and support staff, for whom nothing was too much trouble. The Students' Union, for providing great support, guidance, and fantastic opportunities to enjoy life away from our academic studies. Also, the Academic Skills Unit and the Academic Registry for the time and effort in making our ceremony so special. To all our lecturers, your dedication, enthusiasm, and wisdom has encouraged us, guided us, pushed us, and inspired us to achieve our potential. So, we leave here today looking at the world in a more reflective, critical, and holistic way. University life has provided a wealth of life skills, educational skills, opportunities that we could never have imagined when we arrived 3 years ago. But where did those last 3 years go? We all arrived, a little nervous, met our classmates, and started our courses. With hope, a student loan, and some trepidation of what lay ahead. Some full-time, some part-time. Some older, some younger, but all with a desire for knowledge and a desire to succeed. I returned to education as a mature student almost 30 years after the first time. And today, I'd like to share an email with you that I was sent from the Mature Student Society. Dear Ian, coming to university a little later than most? Well, you could say that. How about meeting weekly in a relaxed and friendly environment? Come along for an afternoon meeting. Slight panic. Is it afternoon tea? How old do they think I am? My wife, in between all the laughter, was already packing a blanket to keep my knees warm and a flask of tea in case I wasn't up to anything stronger. But after all that, much to my relief, a mature student turns out to be anyone over the age of 21. I didn't need a blanket, and you can also have something much stronger if you wish. But even after that scare, I'm delighted, but also grateful for the privilege and opportunity to study again. Regardless of our age, all the brilliant graduates here today are on a learning journey, and that journey is truly lifelong. As educators, we're in a privileged position. As you recall from your own education, teachers influence their students' lives. As educators, teachers, trainers, the early years workforce, or professionals working with adults and children, we've shown our passion, desire, motivation, and will to succeed. So, it is now our responsibility to use that knowledge, skills, and experience for the benefit of the pupils, students, adults, and children entrusted to us to learn. We have travelled our journey together. We've learnt together, been challenged together. We've lived together and socialised together. But we also leave together with friends for life. We've worked incredibly hard to get to this point, and today is about celebrating our achievement. So finally, to my fellow graduates, the class of 2016, congratulations, and I wish you every happiness and success in the next chapter of your life. Thank you.
Well, look at you. You did it. How fantastic. Yes! And I expect the thing that you want most at this moment is a really long speech from a short woman dressed as an extra from Harry Potter. Well, I'll try and cut to the chase. I do have one or two things I would love to pass on to you, but perhaps I'll do a potted version. I'll address myself first to the mature students who Ian so brilliantly represented. You don't need any words of advice from me. You have already done that amazing thing of continuing your education. I salute you. Let's hear it for the mature students. Now, what about you brilliant young people? Well, first of all, you are brilliant young people, and don't let anyone in the older generation tell you otherwise. I have every faith in you, and I can only apologize from the bottom of my heart for the many messes my generation has been responsible for. That doesn't mean there aren't a few things I would suggest to you. First of all, be in the moment. Well, what does that mean? Well, instead of tweeting and texting people who are not with you that you are having a wonderful time, try having a wonderful time with the people you are actually with. Sometimes that may even be your parents, and now that you are officially grown up, you may be shocked to discover there is more to them than you thought. If eventually you have kids of your own, can I just pass on a simple rule of thumb that I learned over many years? Never have more children than you have car windows. Parents, a quick note to you, there may also be more to your kids than you thought, and you will soon discover this, as even children with degrees are unlikely to leave home, so good luck with that. To everybody, take the time to consider others. If you don't, then one day they may well fail to consider you. If you have religion in your life, good for you. I hope it brings you comfort, but use it for good and not to set yourself above or apart from anyone. At the core of all religion is a single word, and that word is love. Have passion and compassion in equal measure. Don't dwell on your failures, okay? Learn from them. If you are running a race and you fall over a stick, standing and staring at the stick is not going to help you to finish the race. If you ever have a job which bores you rigid, leave. Life is too short, and never settle for anything less than passion in choosing a partner. You deserve the best, and don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Anything else? Well, beauty. Okay, you all look so beautiful today, and that's because you're young. Bad news, it's not going to last, okay? Boys, your hair is going to go. Girls, you don't want to know what's going to go. But here is the good news. Your inner beauty, that knows no bounds. Always remember that your brain and the store of knowledge that you have, even with a degree, is in its infancy. Think of the books there are to read, the music there is to listen to, the art there is to get lost in. Seek it out, never stop learning. I envy you the journey ahead. And fight for what you believe in. It probably seems odd to you, but nothing pleases me more than seeing people sometimes in a rage. Life is nothing without passion, and if you are passionate about things, then sometimes you will need to get angry. You know, a few years ago there were protests in London by students about the appalling increase in university fees which your generation has suffered. And my son was 16 at the time. He phoned me up and asked me if he could participate. And I said, darling, here is a key thing you need to learn about protesting. You don't ask your mother, you just get on with it. So I'm not inciting you to protest today. That would make me the worst chancellor on the planet. And it's far too wonderful an occasion. But I am encouraging you, particularly at the moment, to participate, and participate fully in what is happening in the world. At the same time, would you please allow for the possibility that you might sometimes be mistaken? It is politicians with entrenched views and closed minds who have landed us where we are today. Please listen as much as you lecture. It is perfectly possible, I have to tell you, to be smart and have a fantastic streak of stupid. There was an early 20th century Russian physician called Alexander Bogdanov, and he experimented with blood transfusions in search for eternal youth. After 11 transfusions, which he performed on himself, he declared that he had suspended his balding and improved his eyesight. In fact, he had infected himself with both malaria and tuberculosis and died shortly afterwards. I'm running out of time, which is a common feeling at my age, so I'm going to leave you with this, and it's something I think it applies to all of us in the room. Sometimes, rough things happen, but you can get through them. I think about Beethoven, his Ode to Joy, probably my favorite piece of music. It is a work of genius. By the time the symphony that it sits in was ready to be performed, Beethoven had gone deaf. Isn't that an irony in life? He was the one person who never heard that amazing piece of music. Nevertheless, on the night of the premiere, he was seen running through the streets of Vienna, shouting, "Grab life by the throat." Do that, for that is the best advice of all. Go change the world. It wants doing, and I know you can do it. Many congratulations. I formally declare this congregation of the University of Portsmouth closed. Please be upstanding.